Hi, and welcome to another episode of Ins and Outs. I'm your host for today, Mina Masood, and today we have an awesome show with 3 incredible contestants. So, for those of you who don't know how this works, we have 5 categories and 5-point levels for each category. So before we introduce the categories, I'd like to introduce our contestants. So we're going to start off with Mark.
Hi, Mina.
How you doing?
I'm Mark.
Yes, you're Mark.
Yeah.
And how tall are you, Mark? You seem pretty tall.
I'm between 6'3" and 6'4".
In between there.
In between there.
In between there somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, taller than I am. All right. And Andy, you haven't hit your 6 feet yet, obviously.
I wouldn't be talking if I were you.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
He's on a platform.
All right, Andy. And what do you do for a living?
I sell medication to people like you.
Legally, I hope.
Legally, yeah.
Oh, legally. Okay.
That's why I
So
don't use the word drug.
okay. So you're a pharmacist.
Yes.
All right. All right. Good for you. And our final contestant, Moros.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How are you?
I'm good.
And where are you from?
I'm from Toronto.
Oh, from Toronto. All right. Sounds good. All right, so we get this show on the road. Contestants ready?
Yep.
Yes. All right, so let's see our categories. All about numbers. Details, details. Dove and raven. The righteous. The covenant. And those are our 5 categories. Now, for every category, there's 5-point levels. And we randomly picked a contestant to start us off. So, Moros, you will be starting off. What would you like to start off with?
The Covenant for 100.
The Covenant for 100, starting off with 100. Believe it or not, but man never tasted this type of food till after the flood. All right, Mark, go ahead.
What is meat?
What is meat? That is correct. What is meat? So Mark for 100. All right. Mark, next category, please.
Let's go all about numbers, 200.
All about numbers for 200. This was the number of cows that Noah was asked to take into the ark. All right. Moros, go ahead.
What is 2?
What is 2? That is incorrect. Now, this is a chance to buzz in if you'd like. Now, if you answer it incorrectly, you do get deducted points, so it's up to you. All right, Mark, you're going to take a stab at it?
Yeah. What is 14?
What is 14? That is incorrect. Andy, would you like to take a shot, or?
What was that? No, I'm not going to take it.
Okay, all right. So the answer is actually what is 7 is the correct answer. So, I believe it was Mark. Pick our category.
All right, so details, details, 100.
Details, details for 100. Canaan was not his son, but these 3 in their right order, please. So make sure you have the order correct. All right, Mark, go ahead.
Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Who are Shem, Ham, and Japheth?
All right, who are Shem, Ham, and Japheth? That is correct for 100. All right, Mark, next category, please.
Let's do dove and raven, 100.
Dove and raven for 100. All right. While people did not listen to him, these came to Noah's ark on their own. All right, Andy.
What are animals?
What are the animals? That is correct. All right. And Andy, take us to our next point selection.
Let's go with details, details, 200.
Details, details for 200. Too many details. But this is the type of wood that God asked Noah to use when building the ark. All right, Mark.
What is gopher wood?
That is correct. What is gopher wood? All right, here we go. All right, Mark, our next category, please.
Let's finish off the 100. So I'll go with the righteous 100.
The righteous 100. All right. Our father Noah was 600 years old when the flood started and celebrated this birthday when it was over. All right, Mark.
600. What is 600? What is his 601st birthday?
What is his 601st birthday? That is correct. All right. Mark is just on a roll. Next category.
Let's go all about numbers 100.
All about numbers 100. All right. This was the total number of passengers in the Ark. All right, Mark, go ahead.
All right, so what is 12?
What is 12? That is incorrect. Oh, yes, we have Moros that wants to take a shot.
What is 8?
What is 8? That is correct. Nice decision to steal that from Mark. All right, Moros, take us to our next category.
The Covenant 200.
The covenant for 200. He promised that this will never happen to the earth again. All right, Andy, go ahead.
What is the flood?
What is the flood? That is correct. All right, Andy, take us to our next category, please.
Details 300.
Details for 300. We're going in a nice order. All right. 300 cubits was the length of the ark, which equals this many in meters. It's a math question.
I'm already at 0. I'm just not going to say anything.
All right, and no one has the answer for this one. Not mathematicians here. The answer is, what is 150 meters? Okay, so I believe it was Moros or Andy. Andy, take us to the next category, please.
All right, why don't we do the covenant 300?
Oh, thank you very much. Covenant for 300. All right, the covenant for 300. Here we go. If you want to see this sign of the first covenant ever, wait for a rainy day. All right, Andy, go ahead.
What is the rainbow?
What is the rainbow? That is correct, Andy. All right. And before we move on, I'd like a quick point check. All right, so Mark, you're sitting at 200 points, and he's beating you by a little bit with 600 points. And Moros, negative 100 points, but hey, still in the game. All right, so Andy, take it away with the next category, please.
Details 400.
Details 400. Oh, and we have a twofold. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, how this works is Andy now gets to wager as many points as he wants from what he has. And if you get the correct answer, you get double the points. If you get it incorrect, you lose the points that you wagered. So, it's up to you. Please write down how many points you'd like to wager. And then we'll show you the question. So while he's doing that, oh, he did it pretty fast. Okay, never mind. All right, so we won't show that to the audience yet. All right, so let's show us the question. The question is, our Lord Jesus Christ said, "I'm the way, the truth, and the life." John chapter 14, verse 6. No wonder the ark had this number of doors.
What is 1?
What is 1? That is correct, and show us how many points you've wagered. 300 points, so you get double that. All right, very good. All right, Andy, take us away with the next point level.
Details 500.
Details 500, finishing off the category. It was not a 5-star cruise, but the ark had these many decks. All right, Moros, go ahead.
What is 3?
What is 3? That is correct for 500 points, and he's back in it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Moros, next category.
All about numbers 500.
All about numbers for 500. All right, here we go. 300, 400, 500. Keep counting. This was our father's Noah's age when the earth started to flood. All right, Moros.
What is 600 years old?
What is 600 years old? That is correct. 2 500s in a row puts him at tie with Andy. All right. All right, Moros. That was a very quick comeback. Go ahead with the next category, please.
Dove and Raven 500.
Dove and Raven for 500. Moros is taking it up. Oh, and we have another twofold, ladies and gentlemen. So, Moros, please write down how many points you would like to wager. Don't show us yet, just write it down. Andy, how do you feel? Moros caught up to you in less than 2 minutes.
I'm hoping I can come back.
Oh yeah, you're hoping you can come back and steal it. All right, so here we go with the question. All right, now from the 6th hour until the 9th hour, there was darkness over all the land. That's from Matthew chapter 27, verse 45. It is clear now why the dove came back with the olive branch about this time of the day. So we're looking for time of the day.
What is the evening?
What is the evening? That is incorrect. Please turn over how many you wagered. 100. Oh, well, that means you didn't lose that much.
Played it
All right. So that was incorrect. It's actually what was sunset, or the sunset. All right. So, Moros, you will still choose our next point level.
Dove and Raven, 200.
Dove and Raven, 200. All right. The dove had a chance to rest for these number of days before she was sent out again. All right, Andy, go ahead.
What is 7 days?
What is 7 days? That is correct. All right, that was for 200 points. Andy, next category, please.
Dove and Raven 300.
Dove and Raven for 300, ladies and gentlemen. It was a free ride. This was the first to leave the ark. All right, Mark, haven't heard from you in a while.
What is a raven?
What is a raven? That is correct. All right, and he comes back with a correct answer.
Let's do the righteous for 300.
The righteous for 300. All right. No wonder he was called righteous. This was the first thing our father Noah did after coming out of the ark. All right, Moros?
What is give an offering to God?
That is incorrect. Now, we do have a chance to steal if you guys would like. All right, Andy?
What is build an altar?
That is correct. What is build an altar? All right, so 300 points. All right, we're down to a couple last questions. Just a quick point check is Mark. We have at 500. Andy has 1,400 since he doubled up. And Moros is at 500. All right, so Andy, next category, please.
Dove and Raven 400.
Dove and Raven for 400. Here we go. While the raven went and never came back, the dove came back these number of times. All right, Mark?
What is 2 times?
What is 2 times? And that is correct. All right. Mark, go ahead.
Let's do the righteous for 200.
The righteous for 200. It took these many days of rain for the mountain to sink under. All right, Moros?
What is 40 days?
What is 40 days? That is incorrect. Anyone to steal? Yes, Mark.
What is 150 days?
What is 150 days? That is exactly correct. All right, so Mark, making a little bit of a comeback here.
Let's go all the way.
Yeah, I can see the adrenaline pumping. Mark, go ahead.
The righteous for 400.
The righteous for 400. All right, here we go. The gospel stated that Noah's ark rested on these mountains. Some recent studies indicated this as well. All right, Mark.
What is Mount Ararat?
Mount Ararat. That is correct. And here we go with a huge comeback from Mark. Lovely, lovely. All right, Mark, take us to our next category.
Out the righteous for 500.
The righteous for 500. Here we go. Excitement building up in here, ladies and gentlemen. Not every animal can be offered as a sacrifice, only these. All right, Mark.
What are clean animals?
What are clean animals? That is correct for 500. Oh, yeah, give it a little shake. All right. All right, the next category, please, Mark.
Let's go all about numbers for 300.
All about numbers for 300. All right. This was the number of tigers that came to Noah. All right, Andy.
What is 2?
What is 2? That is correct. All right, for 300. Andy. Next category, please.
All about numbers 400.
All about numbers 400. It took these many days of pouring rain for the earth to flood. All right, Mark.
What is 40 days and 40 nights?
What is 40 days and 40 nights? That is correct. All right. All right, Mark. Wow. All right, so actually, let's get a point check here. We have 2 questions remaining, and our point system says that Mark has 2,000 points. Andy's not far back behind with 1,700, and Moros with 300. But you know what? You never know. So here we go. All right, Mark, go ahead.
Let's do the covenant for 400.
The covenant for 400, Mark chooses. All right. Noah cursed him. All right, Mark.
Who is Canaan?
Who is Canaan? That is incorrect. All right. Anyone to steal? Moros?
Who is Ham?
Who was Ham? That is correct. All right, that's good for 400 points. All right.
That's not right.
All right. Well,
Last
Mark
one,
says
last
that's
one.
not right. He's challenging our judges. All right, the covenant for 500 is the last possible category. So go ahead, Moros. All right, hold your breath. These are the number of years our father Noah lived after the flood. All right, Andy.
What is 350?
What is 350? That is correct. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of categories and points, but we do have our final category before we go to commercial break. Now, in this final category, all three contestants will wager as many points as they would like from what they have available. If they get it correct, they get the same amount of points added to their point level. And then we see who wins. So our next category for right before commercial break is the genealogy of Noah. So we'll see you after commercial break. All right, and welcome back to Ins and Outs. Before we left you on commercial break, we showed our contestants the final category for the bonus final question. So, just to recap, the category was the genealogy of Noah. So right now, basically what happens is each contestant gets to wager as much as they would like to bid and from what they have so far. If they get it correctly, you get that same amount of points added on. If you get it incorrectly, you lose those points. And by the end of this, we will have a winner. So before seeing the question, would you please wager what you'd like to bid on? All right, and Andy is the first one done. Mark is done as well, and Moros also done. All right, so here is the question, and after this, you get to write it down. According to the genealogy of our father Noah, Copts are the descendants of him, one of his 3 sons. So, please, Mark, show us what you had as the answer and how much you wagered.
For 1,000, who is Shem?
For 1,000, who is Shem? Andy?
Who is Shem? For 200.
For 200, who is Shem? And Moros, go ahead. Who is Shem for?
699.
699. All right, and that is wrong for all of you. So
I saw that coming.
The answer was... Who was Ham? Were you guys cheating?
No.
All right. Who is Ham? So we're going to do a quick point calculation here. And it seems that our winner was Andy. Our winner was indeed Andy, so congratulations. No? Yes, it was. We're going to just have a confirmation here.
200, 1,000. Yeah, it was Andy.
Yes, it was Andy. So, Andy, congratulations for winning this episode of Ins and Outs. Thank you for joining us this time on Ins and Outs. And next episode, we'll be looking at Genesis, chapter 11 to 15. So make sure you read your Bible so you can participate with us next time on Ins and Outs.